I hope he doesn't get the sickness.
My boy Kurt is a stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beast dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay-at-home Disney dad.
Be honest, who's excited for Christmas? We got 4 Thursdays in December, so that's 4 Disney Christmas movie opportunities. And up first makes perfect sense. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Ads for Pinocchio. Ads for Tarzan. Okay, wait, there's a shot of the first time Tarzan meets Jane, and he's like peeking up her dress. Did that happen in the real movie? I do not remember that. I feel like I would remember that. Okay, feature presentation. There's like a Tinkerbell kind of silver star that leaves a trail in the sky, and it dances around everything Christmassy on a dark winter night. Then it heads inside, and it spirals around the tree and lights up the fireplace, and there's a poem over top of it. The poem is "It Came Upon a Midnight Clear," which I think is the most underrated Christmas carol in the world. And I'll be honest, this feels like Christmas. I'm there. This is awesome. This intro should just be like a standalone Christmas classic cartoon. I'm pumped for Christmas. Full speed ahead. So much caffeine. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Vixen, 9 ladies dancing, 2 drummer boys, whatever. I love this time of year. Let's do this. The narrator finishes with, "It's Christmas time," and we bridge into joy to the world. We pan down and we see 3 precious gifts. Each gift tells a story. The first one is about laughter and family and those we hold dear. We love Christmas and we want it to stay, but what if we loved it so much it didn't go away? Donald is sleeping. Everyone in the house is jacked, including Chip and Dale, who live in the walls. Huey, Dewey, and Louie wake up and it's Christmas morning. They tear open their gifts. Breakfast ends up on Donald's head, but he keeps it together and he shows them their surprise gifts, which are sleds. And is there anything better than sledding on Christmas Day for real? Daisy is under the mistletoe and Donald goes for a kiss but then gets run over. Now it's supper time. Huey, Dewey, and Louie say the only thing better than Christmas gifts is Christmas supper. They all jump in and they're just gorging themselves. I'm always confused by the dynamics of Donald versus the triplet nephew segments. I feel like from the 40s to the 90s, Donald was always the antagonist, terrorizing these children, with the kids getting their revenge on him and his mean-spirited tricks. But then suddenly we flipped the script, and the trio are always ungrateful brats having fun at Donald's expense these days. It's bedtime, they're sad, they wish upon a star that it could be Christmas every day. It rains that pixie dust, and although we see the same shot of the chipmunks, it's clearly Groundhog Day. That's a joke I was making. They wake up, it's December 25th again, so close. Yesterday repeats itself, they're jacked to enjoy it a second time, the animators take an early lunches, and they just recycle the first scenes again. They wake up for day 3 and it's a little less fun. Slow dissolves as we start losing track of the days. The dissolves speed up and it does a really great job of sucking the fun out of Christmas. If it was every day, well done. This is a really strong segment. They try to come up with a plan to destroy the current timeline and get out of repeating Christmas. And I know this is just Groundhog Day, but much like Groundhog Day, this segment is really great. And I know this is also just like Russian Doll, but unlike Russian Doll, this segment is really great. They try to alter the day's events by trashing the house. Bold move, but I guess I'd probably do something desperate and drastic as well if I started hating Christmas. Everything is destroyed, and they find a card from Donald and Daisy that points out the true meaning of Christmas. I know this isn't the time or place, but what's the situation here like? The family dynamics, okay? Who is Daisy to these kids? Does she live with them? No, okay, she shows up Christmas morning from outside and knocks on the door. She doesn't live there. It's something I should know, but I just never ask. Anyway, they wake up early and they knock it out of the park by being over the top nice and appreciative of everything. They do everything right, and Donald is skeptical. He's like, "What are you 3 up to?" Yeah, he calls him on it. That's awesome. They surprise Donald with a gift. Then they push Donald and Daisy together in front of the fireplace and they dangle mistletoe above them. Wide shot of the house as the fairy dust falls down. They wake up the next day and it's not Christmas anymore. They broke the spell. Everyone goes sledding. For a modern Christmas cartoon, this hits every note, like all of them. I'm terrified this VHS has already peaked and it can only go down from here. The narrator says, but the feeling can last a whole year. Bam! I have a new Christmas classic right there. Next present under the tree and next story, we have Goofy and young Max. Goofy is writing a letter to Santa and Goofy bumbles it. Max opens the door to mail it, and just as the postal car drives away, Max tries to catch up with it, doubling Goofy on his bike. They bike through the mall, they take a shortcut. Goofy continues to be Goofy. Just everything that man touches turns to a steaming pile of fail. Max finally stops the mail truck and pleads his case. Please, we have to mail this letter to Santa. The driver's response, get out of the way, kid. Yeah, take that, postal workers. That's what Disney thinks of you. A kick in the holiday crotch. Compliments of Walt and his team. I wonder what the U.S. Postal Service did to someone around this time that deserved that shot between the eyes on this VHS tape. Okay, the letter does get mailed. Back at home, they string up lights so Santa can find the house. Do you ever wonder if like Goofy actually has slipped mentally like years ago, but he just hasn't been diagnosed? I'm sad. Erase that thought. Neighbor Pete tells Max there is no Santa Claus. I'm like, wow, I know this is a cartoon, but that hurts for real. Seeing Max's face deflate just gutted me. Max calls his dad on it. Goofy says, there is a Santa. Otherwise, there would be lots of out-of-work elves. Even a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day. That's a really good line. And Goofy saying it makes it a great line. Then Goofy electrocutes himself to cheer Max up and save Christmas. And if that sounds beyond comprehension, you aren't a parent. That scene, as stupid as that visual gag was awesome. That's parenting. That's distraction. The next day, Max is skeptical. Uh-oh, he's breaking down the math. Santa would have to hit 800 houses each second. They're dipping into some dangerous territory here. The less questions asked about St. Nick, the better on cartoons. Santa's gotten good at his job. He knows shortcuts, Goofy says. That's a lot of work for one guy. That's why we leave out cookies. Goofy takes Max out to hand deliver some food to the less fortunate. Wow. In the last 5 minutes, Goofy has completely won me over. Like 3 paragraphs ago, I practically said he had undiagnosed early onset dementia. But no, this guy is a single dad working his ass off, keeping Max inside his safe childhood bubble for as long as he possibly can. His constant bumbling is a distraction for Max and the collective problems and struggles single-parent families face. Max plays with some kids and the parents thank Goofy and thank him, telling him money has been really tight this year. The kid says last year Santa got him 1 toy car and he hopes for another toy car this year. Max has convinced himself that Santa doesn't exist, but then Santa shows up at the house and Max believes again, but then he finds out it was his dad Goofy playing Santa for the other kids. Max has turned on Goofy now. Back at home, he screams that there is no Santa and it gets real, and Max says Santa isn't coming and he's going to bed. The VHS tape is 2 for 2. I'm not a big fan of Max and Goofy, like I haven't been, but this is everything a Christmas special should be. Max falls asleep but wakes up to Goofy using a shovel to spell the words, "Don't forget about Max," on the roof for Santa. This is rare depth for your basic Disney short. They see Santa across the street on the roof and they both get excited. He's real. They take his picture. Turns out to be a robber. Did not see that coming. Now Goofy is broken. Santa didn't show up. Max is trying to cheer up his dad. Roles reversed. This is all A+. Broken Goofy is bleak. I don't want to do bleak right now. I need him happy. Suddenly there's a rustle in the chimney. Now Max, dressed as Santa, comes down the chimney and Goofy goes nuts. This is really well written. He wants Santa to beat Max, but Santa Max says he has to go. 800 kids in a second. Call back. Now Goofy realizes Max is Santa and they hug. And just like that, the real Santa flies overhead. Goofy, is that Santa? Max, I believe it is. Great moment. And then the snowboard Max once magically floats down from the sleigh. Pete comes out of his house and sees Santa and he has a change of heart. Goofy didn't get a gift. Max points this out and Goofy says, oh, I got a gift. He asked for the same thing he asks for every Christmas. Max's happiness. I was not ready for this. 2 stories down. This is one of the strongest Christmas movie tapes I've seen. Let's burn this. Last present, last story. Pluto and Mickey stroll down the street. They're window shopping and they see the perfect gift that will match Minnie's watch. It's a necklace. He doesn't have enough money yet though, but here's his plan. He's going to busk with his harmonica and raise enough to pay for it before the shop closes at 5. Back at Minnie's place, she's sad because she's behind on the bills. Everyone's poor. Guess those bows are expensive. Guess we can all expect services offered at the boutique to go up in price in the new year. Minnie says she wishes he had a new case for his harmonica. He asks about her watch and she checks it and Minnie is late for work. Harmonica and watch, remember that. Okay, first time ever there's a tape glitch. Okay, I love VHS. We come out of it and Mickey is working for Pete at a Christmas tree sale lot. Some old lady tips Mickey a huge stack of green and he's happy. He can afford Minnie's necklace now. Some poor folk come and Pete says, oh, sorry, the only tree left is this giant Nova Scotia pine. They can't afford the big tree and Pete says he'll just start up a payment plan. Mickey can't stand the dishonesty and the greed and he finds them a smaller tree they can afford. They drive away happy with their small tree and Pete says he's taking what he was about to make out of Mickey's salary. Now Mickey can't afford the necklace. Pete bumbles and burns down his own tree lot. It sounds funnier than it was, but it was rewarding. Minnie's working her butt off at gift wrapping station. She's exceeding expectations, and her boss pulls her aside and gives her her Christmas bonus. It's a fruitcake. So many adult lessons in this one segment. This whole video has been a great introduction to adult life and the constant disappointments that come with it, especially around Christmas. The firemen are having a toy drive, but no one is there because all the firemen are putting out Pete's fire. I guess they were also the band. The chief hears Mickey's harmonica and tosses him up on stage to play. Mickey says he has some shopping to do. He can't stay very long. The little boy donates a teddy, and Mickey realizes he needs to do this, and he starts harmonica-izing. And he's playing his face off. The band returns and they're all jamming while the donation bins start to overflow. I mean, I guess the crowd won't donate without being entertained. And you know what? Yeah, that's pretty true to life as well. Mickey says the shop is closing in 2 minutes and he has to go. Some kid gives Mickey his snowboard and Mickey takes off downhill like a banshee towards the store. I guess he does have enough for Minnie's present now. He gets there just as the close sign pops up. You blew it! Mickey, you blew it! He doesn't have enough money anyways. The owner is locking the door. Mickey wants to trade his gold harmonica for the necklace. Ugh, he's denied. Double oof. Mickey plays a sad version of Silent Night and the owner has a change of heart and agrees for the trade. Back at home, Minnie asks Mickey to play his harmonica. Mickey's gift from her is a case for his harmonica, and Mickey's the necklace to match her watch. Here's the thing, guess what? Mickey traded her watch to buy that harmonica case, and Mickey traded, Anyway, they realize even though gifts didn't work out, the acts of unselfish kindness ring through, and they are both happy. We end with Pluto giving Mickey and Minnie a sleigh ride through the snow-covered park, and all the characters return to sing Deck the Halls. This has hands down been the best Disney Christmas compilation I've seen so far, by a lot. This hit every note for me and had the correct tone all the way through. Absolutely win in every category. This is more fun than for the adults and the kids. This deserves to be on the same shelf as The Grinch That Stole Christmas, Frosty Returns, Rudolph, and Charlie Brown's Christmas. This should be the Disney Christmas movie. Okay, Christmas, week 2. I feel bad for whatever has to follow this masterpiece. No! Come on!
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and